Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Everton 0, Aston Villa 0 at Goodison Park this afternoon. A good point, I think, in the end. I feel as though Villa were there for the taking a little bit at times, and I'm quite sure Aston Villa fans will be thinking the same. I did think in the second half, and certainly near the end, both teams settled for a draw too easily. You know, it would have been a great result for either to have won the game. But I don't know, Everton dropped into almost a low block near the end and just tried to hit on the counter-attack. And Villa seemed far too patient and happy to knock the ball about at the back without doing anything. It was just felt a little bit safe from both sides. But listen, from our perspective, it's another point on the board. Yeah, it's another home game without a victory. And that isn't good. We've only won 3 home games all season, which is appalling, really. But they are a good side. Could have gone joint top this afternoon, of course, with a victory. And you take what you can get. And there's a lot of noise around Everton at the moment. And more stories today that we'll fail PSR again. The PSR that is getting scrapped at the end of the season, by the way, and won't be a thing much longer. But the Premier League is still trying to puff the chest out and make sure they impact Everton, give Everton a punishment. Despite, there's a story today in the Times that highlights it and says Everton are third bottom in net spend over the last 5 years and are hardly the problem in the Premier League with money concerns and overinflating wages and all that. Everton aren't the issue here. There's other clubs, and yet Everton are the ones who are becoming the sacrificial lamb. And it does feel a little bit like that. It's a nonsense set of rules they've got to keep the few at the top of the pile. And Aston Villa, our opponents today, have been absolutely superb since Emery come in. And yet there's talk of them having to sell one of their best players to try to comply. Imagine how good they're having a season, how good they are this season. They end up having to sell someone like Ollie Watkins to comply when they've got momentum behind them. The rules are just not fit for purpose. Eddie Howe saying they might have to sell, an Isaac or someone like that to comply because of the way it is. And it really is. The rules are really just set in place for the teams who the Premier League want to look after, and they're the teams who bring in clicks and, are in their own little cliques. So it is frustrating, that side of it, and we'll have to wait and see the developments there. And I don't know why I've talked about that in the match reaction, maybe because people were talking about it at the ground today. But as far as the game was concerned, Everton had Dan Juma in for Dwight McNeil off the left-hand side. Welcome back Abdoulaye Doucouré into the side as well. And you know what? I thought the first 15, kind of 20 minutes, I thought Everton were the better side on the front foot. We'd had a couple of almost half opportunities for Dan Juma. Ball to the back post. He should have done better with his first one. He kind of side-footed the ball across the goal. It come back to him and he stuck it wide when he got the second bite of it. He probably should have done better with both of them. And Villa were making a little bit of a meal of playing out from the back. They looked so shaky doing it early on. We nicked it a couple of times and our final ball let us down. And we had another one where Onana presses the ball and almost, goes in. The ball breaks, he goes in with Martinez. It was there for him to go in. He got there, Martinez blocked it, they clear, but the referee then gave a free kick. I'm not sure. David Coote had a bit of a nightmare. But Villa did have the ball in the net. They won a corner and Everton were too slow to react to it. They took it short. It came out, it went back to McGinn, and that's where the offence was. It comes back, and I think it's Moreno smashes it in from the edge of the box. Great strike with his left foot. Dan Juma was fuming and adamant he was fouled. When you see it again, there is a bit of a pull on him, but that isn't what was concerning. It went to VAR. They were checking a possible offside, and after what seemed about 4.5 minutes, they came up with the fact that John McGinn, I think it is, was offside in the build-up. And it worked in our favour. But sitting there in the ground while they took over 4 minutes to find out whether it was offside, I've got an issue with it. Everyone around us was just like, just give them the goal and get on with it, because obviously it's going to be given. It shouldn't take this long. And one of the problems I have is there's a system in place and it's being used in Italy and it was used in the World Cup and it's used in the Champions League, and it's the AI offside, and they have a decision almost immediately. as to whether the player's onside or offside, and it's 99 or whatever it is % accurate. There's no drawing Crayola lines, no having to get the protractor out and all that. And you know, within a quick turnaround, whether it's a goal or it isn't a goal. And that, to me, I can't understand why you wouldn't want that in to help the officials. And it's almost, well, it's black and white, because the AI makes the decision. And we've done it with the goal line technology, haven't we? You know, we had one at Tottenham where it's this. If it was down to a linesman and a referee, they may well have given Danjuma's goal. But the referee's thing on his arm didn't buzz, and everyone just went, it mustn't have crossed the line. And you could have that with the AI offside. Anyway, the goal was chalked off, and that should have stood as a warning. But after that, I think Villa got comfortable in the game, then started knocking the ball around. And I thought Boubacar Kamara, who would come back into the side today, I think he'd been missing with injury, thought he was very good for Aston Villa. Just calmed them down, got on the ball, moved the ball around. I thought Luis was decent. John McGinn is horrible. One of them people you hate when you play against him, but if he's your player, you love him. Crying, referees the game, but he's a very good footballer, and I thought he did well. And Ollie Watkins up front for Villa, I thought was very good as well. But, you know, Everton stuck to the task. We had the best opportunity, probably in the whole game, and it come with the 3 or 4 minutes left in the first half. Danjuma played a lovely ball, a Travella pass into the path of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He raced through, clean through on goal. He did score a goal like this at Villa Park in the Carabao Cup when he stroked it home nonchalantly. This time he faced Martinez, and probably because he's missing chances and not scoring, the goal probably looks tiny, and he hit the ball straight at Martinez. It came out, the Corey went for a comeback. James Garner placed it, and Emi Martinez made another good save, and we got a corner. It was a gilt-edged opportunity for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. One, he should have scored. He should have buried it and put Villa behind in the game. Jordan Pickford was called upon to make a really good save from Leon Bailey as well, going down to his left. He'd already made a good block just before Calvert-Lewin's chance from Ollie Watkins come out and smothered that as well. So 2 key moments from both goalkeepers there to keep it at 0-0 at the break. We come out second half. I thought Everton defended a lot better in the second half. We've been done with kind of a ball round the corner to Watkins a couple of times, but I thought second half we defended much better. The problem that caused for us, though, was that it allowed Aston Villa to get on the ball a little bit more, and they knocked the ball around. But like I said, they weren't incisive enough, Villa. They didn't really get any tempo going in the game for sustained periods. And that meant we were able to nullify that. They didn't create anything in the opening kind of 15, 20 minutes of the second half. We had a Danjuma opportunity, a ball come across, and he went at it half-hearted, and Sandro just hit the ball the wrong side of Martinez's post. And that was probably the last real opportunity we had. We went on, and I'll talk about things a couple of moments later on. But they, like I said, they kind of got a little bit of a grip of the game then, and we had a couple of big moments in the game where they caught us out with some nice play. There was one, Matty Cash come on as a sub, whipped the good ball in, and John Duran, who was a sub also, flicked at it, and it just fizzed across the face of the goal and wide of the far post. And we had a couple of important blocks, and Jordan Pickford with a block, but the most important block was the ball come out, and Mykolenko, it looked like it was going to go in, and he threw himself at the ball and blocked it. Watkins prodded the rebound goalwards, but there was Everton defenders behind Pickford, and that was clear. And that was it really for Villa. For Everton, we did have the ball in the back of the net. The Corey was offside, but it was a great finish. Ball from Branthwaite. He had gone early, raced through on goal and smashed it beyond Martinez. It would have been amazing if he'd have scored. I think it was like about the 86th minute or something, whatever it was, when he put it in. And we had a couple of moments in injury time. The referee had 7 added minutes on, and we had a couple of moments where, one with Jack Harrison when he broke and tried to play Beto in with the outside of the foot. Konze got half a block in. If Beto would have been a little bit sharper, he may well have been able to prod one goalwards, but he couldn't. And then the last kick of the game, practically James Garner broke the lines, and got into the box on the angle and couldn't find the shirt. There was men in there. It got cleared out to Amadou Onana, and he blazed over when he's got to be hitting the target under no pressure. And that was that. The game was done. A 0-0 draw. There was some strange moments from David Coote. He booked James Tarkowski for winning a tackle, which they give a throw-in for. And then because Douglas Luiz come and started a bit of a kick-off and then backed away, Tarkowski was up on the halfway line. The referee called him back, even though everyone else was getting involved in a pushing and shoving match, and booked him. He's a strange referee, David Coote. Very, very strange referee. Given offside, the linesman then put a flag up once the referee blew the whistle and gave offside, even though he was straight and couldn't see it anyway. It was another strange decision. Just weird. Very weird. But there you go, 0-0. Man of the match, I'm going to say Mykolenko for Everton. That block was a match-saving block. I thought he was good in everything he did, really. Kept Villa as quiet as you could. Yeah, I thought he had a very, very good game. Got a bandage on his head as well for all of his endeavours. But yeah, it's a decent point. You look back, they could have gone top. They are a good side and it's a 0-0 draw. You want to win home games, of course we do. But a point's a decent result and we move on from there. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Bye.